Welcome all of you. This class I am going to discuss about e-commerce. Everybody know this term e-commerce. That means electronic commerce. E-commerce is also known as e-business. So business is done by using electronic media. Or we can say e-commerce is the buying and selling of products and services by using electronic media. Buying and services of goods and buying and selling goods and services by using electronic media is known as e-commerce. We can say e-commerce means transmitting of funds or data over electronic network. So e-commerce is the buying of and selling of goods and services or transmitting of funds or data over electronic network. That is known as e-commerce. Now we can see what are the different advantages of e-commerce, or what are the different advantages of e-business, electronic business. So e-commerce or e-business eliminate the need of physical storage and allows business to expand their customer base. Depends on customer requests, they can expand the business and it eliminate the use of physical store. This can be accessible throughout the day. That means it will be available. This e-commerce sites will be available on 24 hours. Anybody can access from anywhere in this world. Another main advantage or positive impact of e-commerce is that compared to actual buying, online purchase will reduce the price. It will not happen everywhere, but generally we will say compared to actual pricing, online purchase will reduce the price. And another important positive impacts of e-commerce is that global market is available in your home. Products which are available in the global market can be selected from e-commerce sites. We can easily compare its price. Price of the products can be compared by using this method. Global market for the purchase or sale of the product is possible. Time saving is possible. So that means you don't want to go to the shop and buy the item. So you can select the item from your home and you can purchase it or you can sell it. So this is a time saving method. Expanding the scope of the business. Number of employees can be reduced by using this online transaction. Reduction of employee cost or reduction of employees can be reduced. Provide safe business and instant transaction. So that means transaction can be instant. These are the main positive impacts of e-commerce to the society. Now we can see what are the negative impacts of e-commerce. Negative impacts of e-commerce is that there must be an internet connection and a device to access this websites. The person, those who don't know the knowledge about this computer, they can't use the sites. There must be a high-speed internet connection must be there. Then only they can use these sites. Another main disadvantage is that additional cost and expert person is needed to design a website. From the business side, we can say the main disadvantage is that additional cost is needed to develop a website, and experts also needed. At the same time, periodically we have to update the site also. That's from the business side. Unable to personally examine from the customer side, we can say unable to personally examine the product. reduced privacy and security on online purchase. Privacy and we won't get privacy and security everywhere. Fraud with credit card fraud can happen there in online purchase. When you after ordering the product, sometimes there will be a delay in receiving the product, or to deliver the product there may be a delay. Sufficient internet service is needed to access all this type of e-commerce site. So these are the main negative impacts of e-commerce site. So one more time, just go through it. What is e-commerce? E-commerce means selling and buying of goods and services, or transmitting of funds or data over electronic network. The main advantage of e-commerce is that it is available 24 hours. Global market is available in your home. You can select items from the global market. Another main disadvantage or negative impacts of this e-commerce sites is that privacy and security. All the sites will not give you the privacy and security. There may be a delay in receiving the product. There must be sufficient internet connection must be there. Then only we can access all these sites. Now, we can see email. Everybody know that what is email? It's a method of exchanging information digitally. Digital messages are exchange of digital messages known as email. Some common email protocols are, we already studied that SMTP is a protocol, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. SMTP is a protocol which is used to send email. POP is another protocol, Post Office Protocol, which is used to receive emails. And another type of email protocol is Internet Message Access Protocol, IMAP. Internet Message Access Protocol. A protocol for receiving emails on the internet. It is a protocol used to receive emails. So these are the main email protocols. Next we can see what is video conferencing. Video conference means it's a communication technology that integrates video and audio to connect users anywhere in the world. Using video and audio, users can be connected by using video conferencing. Most popular video conferencing softwares are, everybody know that is why I didn't mention over there. Protocols for chats and video conferencing. Most common chatting protocols are IRC. IRC means Internet Relay Chat. That is a chatting protocol. Protocol used for chatting is IRC, Internet Relay Chatting. IRC is used for chatting by sending and receiving text messages. Another one is VoIP, Voice over Internet Protocol. It's a technology that converts voice data to digital signal and allowing you to make a call directly from the computer or from VoIP phone. It's a technology that converts voice signals to digital signal. That convert voice into digital signal, allowing to make a call using computer or VoIP phone. In VoIP devices, voice calls are first digitized and then it is compressed, and which is then fragmented into small packets, and then they are transmitted with the help of IP protocol. Voice calls are first digitized, compressed, and then fragmented into small packets, which are then transferred into through the internet using IP protocol. VoIP is which allows voice and data communication. Voice over internet protocol, which allows voice and data communication. Protocols used for VoIP are H323 and Session Initiative Protocol. Session Initiation Protocol, SIP protocol. These are the different protocols used in VoIP technology. Voice over Internet protocol. So H323 is a protocol that provides communication for multimedia services such as audio, video and data communication over packet-based network. SIP means Session Initiation Protocol, which provide video conferencing facilities to the users. So these are the different types of protocols used by VoIP, Voice over Internet Protocol, using which not only the voice, we can transmit videos and audio also. So that is all about email protocol. So this is all about this session. Next section we can study the next topic. Okay. Thank you children.